Hello and welcome to the Spy Zone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Boygos, and today we are going to be taking a look at XL Ampharos, level 51 Ampharos in the Open Master League. Now, you might be wondering, Boygos, why would you XL in Ampharos? The reason being, guys, Pokemon Go has been teasing on Twitter that Mega Evolutions are going to be coming to PvP pretty soon here. So, and Ampharos being one of my favorite Pokemon, you guys know I'm a sucker for electric types. Decided I had to run 1 to 50. I had the XL candy from all the Mareep that have been spawning in the past couple events, so, and then this whole season, so I figured I'd build it. And so here we are, we're running Ampharos before the Mega comes out, before it was cool, let the record show. But we're going to be Meteor Mashing the Swampert here, and for this first battle we've got Sampson in to usher in the Ampharos, but then for every other battle in this video, we are going to be having the XL level 50 Obtsagoon up front. So, just so you guys know, Sampson is only here for one battle. We are going to be focus blasting this Yveltal. If they let this through, this is going to do some huge damage from the level 50 Mewtwo, and that is in fact what happens. This is got to just be a Dark Pulse at this point. They're going to probably go for 2. They need Yveltal's energy for Mewtwo, and in comes the Swampert. We're going to Thunder Punch the Swampert. They decide to shield up, and I think we can just shield and get to the Thunder Punch at this point, taking out the Swampert. So, we are going to be moving into the next match. That's going to be a GG. And, yeah, here we go. Some of these opponents are going to be under-leveled, obviously. I was tanking ELO a little bit running this team. It's definitely not a winning combination a lot of the time, but we're going to have some wins for you here, guys, just to enjoy, to see what Ampharos is capable of in a good situation. So, I'm not at all claiming that that Ampharos is carrying this team. In fact, Obtsagoon really feels the team on his back in a lot of these clips, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I figured you guys would want to see it, right? So we're getting the Obtsagoon going, and we're going to take out this Mewtwo. So this poor under-leveled Mewtwo, I wonder why this person switched here into Mewtwo against Obtsagoon. I think it was because they saw the counters coming through on Excadrill, and they were like, oh man, I really don't want my Excadrill to get eaten like this. So now they're double shielding. I really don't know if that's a good play, to be honest with you. Yeah, they just dropped the second shield there, so I think we can just shield and get to the Night Slash and then take out whatever they're so afraid of Obtsagoon with in the back line, just because we have such a boost going on. In comes the Metagross. I'm actually going to get rid of my boost here in order to just get some easy chip damage with the Ampharos. Unfortunately, we are going to die to an Earthquake here, but they have to throw the Earthquake, right? So they can't just Meteor Mash. We are going to be resisting a Meteor Mash, and that is going to be not taking us out. So they do have to throw the Earthquake here, which is pretty good. That means they're not going to have a whole lot of energy left, and Obtsagoon is able to just farm down. So that is going to be a GG moving into the next one here. I think. Yeah, there we go. It took a second to catch up with us, but here we go, guys. We've got Obtsagoon on Garchomp. So, Garchomp, not a great lead, especially if it has Dragon Tail. That is going to hurt a lot more, which this one does. But we are going to see if we can get a Hyper Beam through, which might flip the matchup. That's exactly what happens. We get the Hyper Beam through. We're going to swap into Mewtwo because Mewtwo can take a move from Garchomp. So we take the fall damage from Garchomp. Let's see if this Focus Blast goes through here. It does. That takes out the Melmetal. That is absolutely lethal. We're just going to go straight for the Psy Strike here because, honestly, a Psy Strike here, when our defense is decreased, we might be able to get to another Psy Strike. That was my thinking. We actually weren't able to. So maybe I should have gone for the Focus Blast. But we'll see what happens here, guys. We got an Iron Head coming through from the Dialga, and they swap into the Garchomp here to catch the Night Slash on their on the Garchomp here. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't know why they didn't shield, because those counters are going to be doing a ton of damage, and we can actually just shield this up in case of a Draco Meteor and take out Dialga with the Ampharos. So that is going to be a GG. Moving into the next one. All right, we've got a Zarude up front. And we are going to spank this naughty monkey for being in the Master Open League. And we are going to Hyper Beam their Zekrom. So I really don't think they're going to shield this. This is going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, they didn't shield it. And they definitely Wild Charge here. Oh, they crunched because they didn't want to debuff. That is interesting. So I'm going to throw the Side Strike before they get to another move here. Just take out that Zekrom. They decide to stay in, which I think is interesting. So I am going to double shield the Zekrom now. Sorry, double shield against the Zekrom now, and try to get to that Focus Blast on that Naughty Monkey. So let's see if they come back in with the Naughty Monkey. They do. We're going to throw the Focus Blast and see if we can... Oh, they decide to shield. So that's tough for us, but they do throw, so they are going to be lower on energy now, which means they're not getting to a Power Whip right away. My decision here was to go to the Ampharos for the Focus Blast. I think it would be hilarious. I would really like to Focus Blast something, and in comes the Melmetal. I think this is absolutely hilarious what I do the Melmetal here. And you know, we just got to... We maybe could have won this. I think we're going to lose it now. But, oh, wait a second. Yeah, we're losing this. We're losing this. But, I mean, we got to Focus Blast multiple things, right? So, I mean, we out here in summation. We're running that double Focus Blast team. But GG's, moving into the next one. Alright, we've got Obtsagoon up on the Yveltal, and we're going to go straight for this Hyper Beam here. I'm really not planning on them shielding. They decide to throw the Hurricane. It doesn't do quite enough to put Obtsagoon into the red. Obtsagoon's got a little bit of bulk here, and the Hyper Beam coming through, putting that thing in the red, and I'm able to catch what I think is a Hurricane on the Ampharos, but instead it was a Dark Pulse. So, in comes Zacian. And the thing about Zacian is we're just going to get the 2 Thunder Punches and throw that right away. Get that thing squished up a little bit, and once it's taken on some health, we could decide to shield and just Volt Switch. Because whatever move they use here, if it debuffs them, these Volt Switches are going to do a ton. So they use Close Combat, and these Volt Switches are going to do a ton now. This is CMP, Zacian does win it, so we're going to let Ampharos go down. And in comes a Landorus. So this is going to be really tough here, guys. This is definitely not what you want to see. They're going to hit us with the Stone Edge, and this is looking pretty rough. Not going to lie to you, alright? This is looking pretty rough. So we're going to Side Strike the Landorus, see if we can get a Side Strike through here. We're just going to double up, throw those back to back, and we're going to see if we can get to the next Side Strike. They've got a Stone Edge here and a little bit extra, I believe. But we're going to get to the Side Strike right here. We're going to do some big damage to the Lando. And in comes the Zacian again. We're going to throw the Night Slash. We're really praying that this takes out the Zacian, because if it does, it does, and we are actually able to take that game. So that was a very, very close one. GG's to the opponent, of course. Moving into the next one. All right, we've got Obtsagoon paired up against Giratina Floaty Boy. Now, Giratina Floaty Boy, definitely the #1 target for Obtsagoon in this meta. We are going to Hyper Beam their big old Kyogre. And, yeah, is that a big Kyogre, or is that a little Kyogre? I can't tell from the CP up here. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Big Kyogre, little Kyogre, time codes would be awesome for people in the comment section. People would love that. But, anyway, we're going to Psycho Cut down the Kyogre. Hopefully we get a shield here. They're going to probably think it's Shadow Ball. That's exactly what happens. They decide to shield. And now we're going to throw another Side Strike, because this is going to do some heavy neutral. And in comes a Ominous, more than likely, from the Giratina. And back in comes Obtsagoon. They've decided to swap into Dialga. And now if they shield this, we can go Focus Blast it with Ampharos. But we actually get a shield. And now we're going to lose, basically, because Ampharos cannot beat Giratina. I probably should have switched, but my thought was here, if I can just get rid of this Dialga, I could maybe win. And I get another boost. And the Dialga is gone. So now at this point, I guess I'm going to threaten... yeah, they just top left. Okay, so they definitely could have won that, for the record. If you're ever in that situation, somehow, if you run into an Ampharos while you're running Giratina Ampharos is more than likely running Thunder Punch Focus Blast, or Zap Cannon Thunder Punch, or Zap Cannon Focus Blast. They're more than likely not running Dragon Pulse, so you do not have to top left. Good sir, you definitely could have beat me there. But anyway, we are in the next one. We had Ampharos up on the Gyarados. We actually chose to lose that match just to get even more farm on Obtsagoon. And as you can see, we are in a really great situation with Giratina swapping back in. And we're going to throw another Night Slash. We're just going to spam those out at the Giratina where they're going to see if they can find out. We get the boost, and they've got to shield this next one or it's going to be taking them out. So... They shield this next one, and we're just going to disrespect them, I believe. I believe we are just going to no shield and call the Ominous. They could get the boost at this point if they wanted, and we would still be able to take them out. So that is going to be taking them out there. And I honestly like the shield here because the Thundershocks aren't going to kill me. And they were very likely to superpower there, even the Rock Slide KOs, just because out of anger, I think. But now we're going to shield again, I believe. We're just going to go for that, yeah, for that farm down with Obtsagoon. Get the Night Slash in there. Do some ridiculously appalling things with Obtsagoon here. Just absolutely appalling things with Obtsagoon. Almost a complete Obtsagoon sweep right there. Like, Obtsagoon is just despicable. But yeah, I think there is a complete Obtsagoon sweep in this video, or maybe it's in one of my next videos. We'll see, guys. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out this week, so go ahead and hit that subscribe or blah 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 blah. Wow, still not doing an outtake, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see the rest of the videos and my clumsy bum messing up all of these words. So yeah, guaranteed. And we've got Psy Strike coming in here. Oh man. Oh man, we are definitely receiving some feedback from the speakers here, and we are just going to turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. I think, honestly, what that might have been was the original clip's audio. Look at that. That's fun, guys. I'm just a total mess this week. Just kidding. We just got done with school, so there's going to be a ton of videos, and I'm still a mess, but that's Boygos. And Thunder Punch, not gonna KO you there, Chief. You didn't really have to shield that, but I guess you might as well preserve health on your Dialga there. And Obtsagoon gonna come in and snipe that thing. That is gonna be a GG. Moving into the next one here. Alright. Obtsagoon up on the Garchomp. Again, pretty bad lead, especially if they have Dragon Tail, and it looks like they do. So we're gonna swap immediately into Mewtwo here. That's what I've chosen to do. Try to get the sneak. They Sand Tomb us, which is tough. But we're gonna throw a double Psy Strike here, and so either they're gonna let one Psy Strike through, or they're gonna give us both shields. So those are the two outcomes that we can get out of this situation here, Mr. Garchomp. And I think we're just going to let Mewtwo go down now. It's definitely at a point where we can get to another Psy Strike if it's just a Sand Tomb here. And we're going to grab that second shield, and Obtsagoon is going to come back in and just throw the Night Slash before they can Sand Tomb us. And we're going to see what they've got in back that's so afraid of Obtsagoon. It turns out to be a Togekiss, which I immediately swap into Ampharos, and they don't swap out, which really makes me think that they are weak to Ampharos in the back. So I am going to let Ampharos go down to these charms here. I think? No, we're not. We're committing shield, and we are going to take that out with Thunder Push. That is the Kyogre. There it is. There it is. Okay, so this is why they were hiding. This is why they were running for their life. I think they might still win though. Unless we eat the Surf and then Obtsagoon eats the Surf. And will this Night Slash KO the Kyogre? Is this a big Kyogre or a little Kyogre? Moment of truth, and I don't think it matters because it's going to be a Simul KO, so that's going to be a GG. Move it into the next one here. Alright, our best possible lead up front. And we just love to see that, honestly. We just love to see it. And in comes the Yveltal. We could swap immediately to Ampharos, but what fun would that be? We're going to try and Hyper Beam, and we get the Hyper Beam landed, and that's absolutely magnificent. Because now we can just farm down this Yveltal if we really want to, tempt them to throw their energy on a Focus Blast. We farm it all the way down. Let's see what they come back in with. It's going to be Dialga. And so we're going to throw the Night Slash here. Hopefully they think it's a Cross Chop and drop a Shield. They did not. They did not drop Shield for the Cross Chop. Let's see what happens here. We're going to keep Night Slashing. We got the boost. So we're going to just run through this Dialga, and in comes the Giratina. Guys, I don't know what this player is thinking is going to happen here with the Giratina, but they are not going to be doing very much damage to the Obtsagoon without... Okay, they got the boost. They got the boost. They could win now, I guess. We're both boosted, so their defense rose sharply, their attack rose sharply. And the Shadow Ball just still does a laughably low amount of damage to the Obtsagoon. Definitely not going to be ideal for them. And I don't think an Ominous Wind KOs here, but we are going to shield just in case they do decide to do something sneaky. And we are going to throw that Night Slash at the Dialga taking it out. And so in comes the Giratina, and they've cleared their debuff. We still have ours. The Night Slash should still be boosted, and I believe Obtsagoon is just going to sweep that whole team. Look at that, guys. Absolutely lethal. Alright, guys, moving into what I think is the last battle here. We've got Obtsagoon onto the Giratina O lead. You just love to see those, right, guys? I wonder if Boygos picked those on purpose. Oops. But you guys wanted to see it, right? You wanted to see it, right? Alright. So, Sand Tomb, yeah, that's going to hurt, but we're going to shield it up just so we can get to our 2 Side Strikes. And let's see if they shield this next one, or if they let us take Switch. So they do shield. Shields are all tied up now. They're going to have to throw again in order to get us to a point that they can mess with us. So they are going to Sand Tomb the Obtsagoon, and I'm going to make them pay for that in the end. I didn't really like that. So they come in with Mewtwo, which I don't really know what they're thinking here. But we are going to Night Slash again. We're going to double Night Slash. And they decide to shield up on that next one. Our attack rose sharply. I'm going to call the bluff here. And I knew it was a Side Strike, so I just let it go. And in comes Night Slash. It's going to be boosted. It's probably going to take out this Mewtwo, I would assume. Yep. And in comes that Giratina O in the back. Guys, the writing is on the wall for Giratina O, as Henry would say. And yeah, just look at how much damage that does to that poor Giratina O. It does not stand a chance against the Goon. The Ampharos, your video kind of got stolen here by the Goon. I mean, it happens in every video the Goon is in, though. He steals it. He just steals the show. He's just such a show stealer. And look at this. He's going to Hyper Beam the Giratina. I know you guys wanted me to do it. Alright, guys. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.